If you already know what it is with me, then you know the TV is the channel to see. Birdman hand rubs, greetings everybody. You know what I mean? Do the man back at it, giving it to y'all. Another edition of the Order TV. Do the reacts, do the man reacts. Yeah, so I got a good one for y'all. I got, a top 10 point guard list from Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young. They debate their top 10 point guards of the 2020-2021 season. I got the top 10 point guard list of the 2021-2022 season going into that. And also comparing that to NBA.com's top 10 point guards list going into this current season where we at right now as of the date of this video. So before we, another thing before we get into it, click that like button for me. You know, it keep my videos going in rotation. We're gonna continue to build. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? This should be an entertaining one. I'm gonna let the video play through and then I'm gonna give my take. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let a large part of this video play through, then I'm gonna give my take. And we're gonna get into that list that I mentioned just a few seconds ago. All right? Let's get into it.
Melo Ball, the top 10 point guard. Melo Ball, top 10 point guard. See, well, let's clarify.
I said,
are we talking the position point guard?
PG position.
The words, it has PG.
Point guard, yes. Point guard.
Because you got to remember, there's point guards and there's scoring point guards. It's different. There's a Westbrook plays point guard, but he's not a point guard. But that's the new school point guard. So
yeah, but you can put him in there.
So
LaMelo can score. Yeah.
That's top 10?
Top 10. All around point guard. I'm talking about all around. He does everything.
Top 10?
You can just name him. Name 10 point guards. That's better than him right now.
Shit, if we even go, they're going to have Chris Paul. You got to remember, Chris Paul's going to be 10.
Name 10.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Paul will be at the 10-9.
Name 10, that's better than
Melo Ball.
I'll throw names out. I said it. Melo's top 10.
I'll throw names out
there.
No,
he's not top 10. Huh?
Dame.
Okay.
Okay, that's one.
Okay.
You go Steph,
Dame, Kyrie.
Okay.
You got Luka.
Chris Paul is definitely in the discussion, though.
He's the point guard.
He's 6'7".
It don't matter. He's a point guard.
He's a shooting guard.
You got Trae Young.
He's really a shooting guard. But that dude Trae Young.
No, that's what I said. See, you're not thinking about those. You're not thinking about the big guys.
You can throw his big ass in there.
You're not thinking about Ben Simmons.
Come on, man. All right, that's 6. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. You're not thinking about those.
Okay,
that's
it.
You're not thinking about the Ben Simmons. You're not thinking about.
That's it.
You got John Wall back.
Well, I'm not rolling.
You don't know what he's doing. You see what he's doing this year?
I'm not rolling with John Wall better than, not right now.
What he doing this year?
Not better than
What he doing this year?
Not right now.
What he doing this year?
I'll mess with.
Just a quick note about John Wall. I mean, during the 2020-2021 season, last season, with the Houston Rockets in his 40 games played, he averaged 26 and 3 points, assists, rebounds. And yeah, he suffered a season-ending grade 2 strained right hamstring in April last season against the Clippers. And, bonus fact about John Wall. Current all-time leader in block shots amongst players 6'3" or shorter. Talk about a two-way threat and a star player. I feel as though he could still be a franchise player in today's game. Argue with your mom. That's it. Just argue with your mom. Like, don't tell me nothing about John Wall. I want the ball in his hands if he on my team.
What game you take John Wall or Melo?
What he doing? You ain't been watching Houston.
I have. I see Houston. I see
Murray.
All right, that's 7. I go 7.
You got Westbrook still? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's 10.
Listen, you got Westbrook still?
Not this year.
You got that young boy.
I'm going with Melo over.
You got that young boy in Grizzlies?
Who?
Ja. Yeah.
So you going Russ and John Wall over?
Wait, so we could just go ignore Jamal Murray of last season, right before the injury? He was performing at all-star level, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Can I interest you in 21, 4, and 4? Points, assists, rebounds. You know what I mean? And in his 48 games played, he was, he did the damn thing for them. You know, definitely a sound crime partner with Nikola Jokic, the reigning league MVP. You know. Oh, and another thing, his huge scoring outburst led the Nuggets to 2 straight 3-1 comebacks in the playoff bubble in 2020. Don't forget that. He missed a couple of 40, 50-point games. He was just shy of some 40, 50-point games. Dude was cutting up in that thing. I'm just saying. He put some pep on it. He put some pep in his step in that bubble. I mean, that was the like he definitely earned my respect in that playoff bubble though. Jamal Murray, I respected him then, but he definitely earned more of my respect with his game. Definitely respect. Kudos to Jamal Murray. Shout out.
Melo this year.
There's some
I'm not going John over Melo. Not this year.
peer points.
Absolutely.
Peer points.
Ain't no such thing as pure points no more.
No. There's still some peer points in there.
Everybody you name
No.
average 20.
Like, there's still some peer points in the league. They just don't get the recognition because that style is outdated. So you have Zoe. Zoe is the same. He's a pass-first guy, unselfish. They don't work that.
So you saying John this year is better than Melo Ball?
It's nice. You remember LaMelo? Listen, I'm a LaMelo fan. You know, remember back then, I said,
Of course.
When Zoe was coming in, I'll take LaMelo as a 10th grader right now. With my number 2.
Think about John, everyone counted him out this year.
Is he going to be a top 10? Yeah,
He's top 10
his style, yes. His style, yes. Right now, he's still inconsistent. But what makes him good is he rebounds. But this is the same thing what made Zoe good. Rebounding.
He averaged 16. 16 and what, 7 and like
Off the
7.
bench. Yeah.
He's starting now, though. He's starting now, ain't he?
Listen. Right now, he's not top 10.
You didn't name 10 people better than him.
I named 12.
No, you didn't.
I think you got 9, but what about Kemba?
What you got?
Okay, Ja, Trey, CP, Luka, Kemba, Kyrie, John Wall, Dame, Murray, Steph.
What up, Ben Simmons? Come on.
Okay. About Gil's list. So I got Gil's list right in front of me. His list goes.
Yeah, he hates when I do that.
Yeah, they definitely get into it, but his list goes from 10 to 1. Jamal Murray, Kemba Walker, Luka Doncic, Chris Paul, John Wall, Ben Simmons, Ja Morant, Kyrie Irving, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry. A lot of familiar names, right? Sound like the names that should be there for the most part. You could argue maybe 1 or 2, but for the most part, if you go back to last season, you can understand a little bit better with a little bit more context. This video isn't as context heavy, like just for the record.
Shit, they got LeBron at the PG now.
Oh, my God. Come on, man.
They got LeBron at the point guard.
Come on, man.
LeBron is not the point guard. That's the role he plays, but he's not listed at the point guard. It's a difference.
All right, KD play point guard, too.
They don't got KD as the point guard.
Anybody that's trying to be better than
They got LeBron
like
at the point guard.
Melo, top 10, PG.
But we'll hold on to the last two. Let's go. You got Murray.
Does LaMelo make the list? We'll see later. We'll see in a few minutes in this video.
You got Murray in there?
Yep.
You got Murray. You got Trae Young in there?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. I'm not rolling with John Wall better than Melo this year.
I am.
There's some players out there.
Last season, yes, I am rolling with John Wall better than Melo. He averaged 20. Melo didn't average 20. I'm gonna just be that simple.
Hell no.
They both missed some time due to injury.
That was going to be last pick on this list right there.
Yeah, I don't know about Dragic. I'm not letting you on that one.
Dragic is nice as hell.
Yeah. Dragic is nice as hell though. He is nice as hell though.
Not now.
Dragic is nice as hell.
Yes. I'm talking about in 2021.
Wait, Kyle Lowry?
No, not this year.
Kyle Lowry last year? Why not Kyle Lowry last year, Nick? Why not Kyle Lowry last year? I mean, shoot, can I interest you in 17, 7, and 5? Like, last 7 seasons, he averaged about that many. You know, All-Star. You know, well-decorated All-Star. Champion. I mean, team leader. All-NBA in 2016. 6-time All-Star, like I said. Like, he should earn some consideration for this season. Tune in. Remember, NBA.com plays a role in this list too, so it ain't all me. I'm just working with what I got. You dig? But and then anyway,
Not this year. Look, they getting their ass whooped right now.
You got anybody in New York? No.
Fox.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to say Fox. But I will go Fox.
You know, see, that's
you know what? De'Aaron Fox is an interesting case, and I'm gonna explain why later on in the video.
what happened to them small little sorry teams. You don't even think about them.
I will go
Fox.
Trey. I will go John Trey. Curry, of course. Curry.
All right. Nick Young's list goes from 10 to 1. LaMelo Ball at 10. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 9. Ben Simmons at 8. Luka at 7. 6 Westbrook. 5 Lillard. 4 Kyrie. 3 Steph. 2 Trae Young. 1 Ja Morant. I'm not sure if this is like ranked in order, but I ranked them anyway, from left to right. Left being the top tier, at the right being the bottom tier of the top 10. But y'all could go to Fubo Sports and check and click on that same video. Is LaMelo Ball a top 10 point guard? That's what you click on to check out the same video. And you could chime in over there too. But definitely give your takes over here in the comment section over here. We definitely appreciate those drops.
Dame, that's 5.
List
Luka.
right there. You see that list?
Russ,
Didn't realize
7.
it, huh? Didn't realize it.
Simmons, is you going to go Ben Simmons 8?
There's a lot of
I'm
people.
not going with Chris Paul. I'm not going with Chris Paul and John Wall.
How about Shea? How about Shea?
Or Shea be 9, and then
See, that's what I'm
LaMelo is
saying.
10.
That's what I'm saying. You got
LaMelo is 10.
Them numbers.
I'm not going
What was
John
that
Wall.
other
I'm not going John Wall over Melo. Over Melo, yes.
These numbers right here, phenomenal. 14, 6, and 6 is good. That's amazing. But he just not. He just ain't. He ain't cracking the top 10
He's
right
better
now.
than Wall
He
right
ain't
now.
cracking
He's
the
better
top
than
10.
Wall. He can post this on Instagram.
What I'm saying, he's not cracking the top 10 right now.
He is.
But he's
top 10
making
now.
himself known.
He's top 10 now. I was been right. I'm right.
Not right now. Not right now.
Nick's saying he's a rookie, so think of, as a rookie how great he is.
Yeah.
But what Gil's saying, you got to respect guys like CP.
You gotta. That's what I said. You got.
I'm not disrespecting their name and their history. I'm talking about this year.
This year, you gotta.
This
But
year.
if you
Yeah, even if we're just going off of that, even if we're just going off of last season or any one season for that matter, you got to take into account, their value to their team and their overall effectiveness and impact on the game on a nightly basis. That's what we're taking into account. How current is that consistency of what all I just mentioned? You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the past. Like, we're not talking about, we talking about this year. We talking about this season because it just started, and we going off largely last season's numbers because that's where the bulk of their recent stats come from. Like, we're not going too much off of the few games that have been played since opening night of this season.
if you had one game and you have that list, you're not gonna pick.
I'm not picking John Wall over Melo right now.
All right, now this is where I pick it up from. Like, of all those players they just mentioned, a great deal of them got left off the list going into this season based off the list that's compiled together from NBA.com. And that's the list that's the batch of names that I'm using to rank this list, to make this all make sense for none, because eventually I'm gonna craft my own Daughter TV's top 10 point guards of 2021-2022 season. So you could kind of consider all this a part one also in this 2-for-1 special. But it just keeps from stretching so many videos. I could just compress a few. That way it all makes sense. You know what I mean? But with that being said, let's get into it. All right. About Lonzo Ball. Let me tell y'all something about Lonzo Ball. Currently, he's one of 4 players all time to average 6 rebounds and 6 assists per game at age 20 or younger. The names in front of him, they certified GOATs. You got Magic, LeBron, and Luka. And the brilliant thing about this list with him being in it, he the only one on that list to not win MVP, to not win Rookie of the Year. All that other stuff too, but he got a long career ahead of him. But at this point, he the only one on that list to not win Rookie of the Year. So that's impressive. Talk about somebody who made himself out to be something. You know what I'm saying? Like, salute to Lonzo Ball. He accomplished that feat in his 2021 campaign with the New Orleans Pelicans last season. LaMelo Ball, rookie of the year, reigning rookie of the year, first team all rookie. 15, 6, and 5 points, assists, rebounds. Can I interest you in that? Like, my boy shined and showed out. Jamal Murray, like I said before, he came back from 2-3-1 deficits in a bubble in 2020. Like, how much more prime time can you get than that for Jamal Murray? And it was his breakout season. So, yeah, I expect him to perform even better at this rate. He could go Super Saiyan with the scoring some nights, like a lot of nights now. And it's far more consistent than he used to be. So, yeah, he's a certified bucket getter for real. Flamethrower. Salute to Jamal Murray. Russell Westbrook. 4 seasons with 700 rebounds by a player 6'3" or shorter. Last player to do that, more than once was Fat Lever. Twice in 87 through 90. And he averaged a triple-double for 4 seasons, more than anybody. The second most was won by Oscar Robertson. That record stood for a long time, for decades on top of decades. Salute to Oscar Robertson, for establishing that mark of consistency throughout the game, throughout the history of the game. And a couple of honorable mentions. Kemba Walker, like I said, Kyle Lowry, just to name a couple. So, with that being said, let's get to the NBA.com's top 10 point guards list of 2021-2022 season as of August 24th. This was before the season tipped off. I'm gonna do the list from 10 to 1, so just walk with me. From 10 to 1, I'm gonna start from top to bottom. From 10, we got Chris Paul, then we got Ja Morant, LaMelo Ball, Ben Simmons, De'Aaron Fox, Damian Lillard, James Harden, Trae Young, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic. That's their list as of August 24th. My list, as of October 21st, from 10 to 1, I got De'Aaron Fox. Reason being, his team hadn't won anything. My boy put up good stats. You know what I'm saying? Like, he put up all-star numbers, but I think he need a team. I think he need a real team. I'm going to just leave it at that. Number 9, we got LaMelo Ball, reigning rookie of the year. That's saying something. You know what I mean? Number 8, we got Ja Morant. Another rookie of the year. The back-to-back rookie of the year is right there at 9 and 8. 7, Ben Simmons. You know what's going on with him right now this season, but as of last season, my boy was performing up to capability during the regular season. And throughout a couple of those games during the playoffs. Things do get tight, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to talk more about that, speaking on that, in another video. Or check back in my previous videos. Number 6, we got Trae Young. He made a lot of noise this past season with the ATL Hawks, with John Collins, Clint Capella, and them boys. You know what I'm saying? There's been some noise that they ain't experienced in a while, you know what I mean? They've been looking to get crunked, you know what I mean? It's good to see Trae Young bring those vibes back. Trae Young in the game bring those vibes back. And we got number 5 at Chris Paul. What can you say? Where would they have been without Chris Paul? Some of those games. Everybody played their part in Phoenix, but my boy showed up and showed out. You could check the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was hurt, and he still played through, and he muscled through. Shout out to Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? For remaining tough. You know what I mean? For staying 10 toes down. We got number 4. I got number 4, based on the list of NBA.com. I got Luka at number 4. Reason being, he's young, but at the same, and he's making a lot of history. Seemingly every other game. But at the same time, the 3 names I got in front of him, they proved themselves. You know what I'm saying? Especially as the premier point guards and premier guards of the league. And they pretty much certified superstars. And the number 1 list, and who I got at number 1 could be like pretty controversial. Please drop your comments below when I mention who number 1 is. Number 3, I got James Harden. You know what I mean? Had he not been hurt, how far would the Nets have went? Would they have to depend on a shot from KD with his toe being on the line? I don't know. You know what I mean? And I like James Harden. You know what I mean? I like his game. I like what he done you know what I'm saying, over the course of the season when he did play for the Nets and showed up and played. But it was under unique circumstances and things of that nature. But you could check videos all over YouTube about, you know, things surrounding that. But just strictly on the court, man, James Harden he's still that bad mamma jamma on the court. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, he a certified flamethrower. He keep that thing on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I gotta give it to James. He living like that, especially throughout the stretch of the regular season. He give you must-see TV. If you ask me, you got number 2, Steph Curry, greatest shooter on the planet. You know what I mean? You know, 3-time champion, hella clout. You know, all hella accolades. My boy did his thing in such a short period of time. All this in less than 10 years. You know what I mean? And not less than 10 years of his career, but I mean, not less than 10 years all around. He ain't played less than 10 years, but you know what I'm saying. But throughout a large stretch of his career, my boy been holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down for his Warriors. You know, showing up and showing out throughout the course of time and now. You know what I'm saying? Individually. Where would the Warriors have been last season had it not been for him? You know, he had the team on his back. What more could he have done? Like, you can't bash Steph more than a little bit, because what he had to deal with last season without Clay being there and the team not being up to par, you know, in enough time for him to like really perform up to full capability to get the team where they trying to go. You know what I mean? And number 1, Dame Dollar is my number 1. All right, I don't want to keep y'all waiting. You hear me? Dame Dollar is my Damian Lillard. You know what I mean? Based on the list of NBA.com, the batch of names they put together, this was my revised list. From 10 to 1, Fox, Ball, Marant, Simmons, Young, Paul, Doncic, Harden, Curry, Lillard. Lillard being at the top spot of this list as of October 21st. That's subject to change, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to save that for last. That's subject to change. You know what I'm saying? If you know Dame time, you know why. Go check the footage. I need not say more. Need not to display evidence or talk about it. Like, you know, my boy been clamoring for it. He been playing up to the part. Go check from the bubble all the way to this point. You don't have to use the bubble, but just last season, where would the Blazers have been without him? You see what I'm saying? That's some heavy lifting for CJ McCollum. You know what I mean? So it's good that Dame now showing up and showing out and staying loyal to his team. You know what I'm saying? Real never goes unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? I'm due to the real one. And with that being said, I want to shout everybody out for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? This was a good video. I had fun doing it. You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep doing these videos, and I'm gonna keep y'all entertained. I'm gonna keep y'all entertained. You know what I'm saying? Are you entertained? I hope y'all was, and I know I am. You know what I mean? But drop y'all comments, how y'all feel, what y'all think I should do better, how y'all think I should go about things better. You know what I mean? The criticism's open. I'm open for advice too. You know, my ear's this big for a reason. You know what I mean? And it's with that being said, man, drop that like again. You know what I mean? Comment, like I said, I love to engage. You know what I mean? And this was fun. It's Due to the Real One signing off. Do the man, aka Do the Man. Do the Reacts. The Order TV. You hear me? And I love y'all. Peace.